Question number 2.8. The vapor pressure of pure liquids A and B are 450 and 700 millimeter mercury respectively at 350 Kelvin. So here vapor pressure of pure liquid A, that is P A naught, P A naught is equal to 450 millimeter, and vapor pressure of pure liquid B, that is PB naught, equal to 700 millimeter respectively. We have to find out composition of liquid mixture if the total vapor pressure is 600 millimeter. So total pressure is given and we have to find out composition of liquid mixture. Okay, the total pressure is given as 600 millimeter. We have to find out XA and XB. Now P total is equal to PA plus PB. So P total is equal to, now instead of PA what we will write? Instead of PA we will write PA naught into XA, plus instead of PB we will write PB naught into XB. Now we have to find out XA and XB. So here we will see that we cannot find XA and XB together. So what can we do? We can convert XB in terms of XA. So P total is equal to PA naught into XA plus PB naught. Now instead of XB we can write down 1 minus XA. Now P total is 600 equal to PA naught is 450 into XA. We have to find out, plus instead of PB naught we are having 700 into 1 minus XA. So it is equal to 600 equal to 450 XA plus 700 ones are 700 plus minus minus 700 into XA. Now if you take 700 on the left hand side, we will get 600 minus 700 is equal to, now we can take out XA common, so it will be 450, okay, minus 700. So this will be minus 100 equal to, now 700 minus 450 is 250, so this will be minus 250 XA. Now minus will be cancelled from both the sides, so XA is equal to 100 upon 250. So it will be 2 by 5, okay, so it will be 0.4. Now what will be XB? So XB equal to 1 minus XA, so that is equal to 1 minus 0.4, so that will be 0.6. So these are the answers of mole fractions, that is the composition of liquid mixture. Now next we have to find out composition of vapor phase. So we have got XA equal to 0.4 and XB equal to 0.6. Now let us find out PA, partial pressure of A. So that is equal to PA naught into XA. So PA naught is 450 into XA is 0.4, so that will be equal to 180 millimeter. and partial pressure of B equal to PP naught into XB. So PB naught is 700 into XB is 0.6. So 700 into 0.6, so that is 420 millimeter. So by using this PA and PB, we can find out vapor pressure, mole fraction of A and B in vapor phase. Okay, so suppose mole fraction of A in vapor pressure is Y, in vapor phase is YA, then YA is equal to PA upon PA plus PB. So that is equal to 180 upon 180 plus 420. So that is equal to 0.3. In the same way, YB equal to PB upon PA plus PB. But instead of that, we can do another thing, and that is YB equal to 1 minus YA. So that is equal to 1 minus 0.3. So our answer is 0.7. So these are the two answers of vapor pressures of A and B in vapor phase. Mole fractions of A and B in vapor phase. Now next question is example 2.6. The vapor pressure of pure benzene at a certain temperature is 0.850 bar. So this is the vapor pressure of pure benzene. That is P1 naught. Okay, so P1 naught, that is the vapor pressure of pure benzene, is 0.850 bar. A non-volatile, non-electrolyte solid weighing 0.5 gram. So that is the mass of solute. That is W2. So W2 is equal to 0.5 gram when added to 39 gram of benzene. So mass of solvent, that is W1, is equal to 39 gram. Molar mass of benzene is 78 gram per mole. So that is molar mass of solvent, that is M1, is equal to 78 gram per mole. Vapor pressure of solution then is 0.845 bar. So that is P1. So that is vapor pressure of solution, that is 0.845 bar. What is the molar mass of solid substance? So we have to find out M2. So equation based on Raoult's law of lowering of vapor pressure is P1 minus P1 naught minus P1 upon P1 naught equal to W2 upon M2 into M1 upon W1. Now P1 naught is 0.850 minus P1 is 0.845 divided by P1 naught, that is 0.850 equal to, now W2, that is the weight of solute, 0.5 upon molar mass of solute 78 into molar mass of solute we have to find out. Okay, so M2 we have to find out into molar mass of solvent is 78 divided by W1, that is 39. So 0.854 minus 0.845, so that will be equal to 0.005 upon 0.850 equal to 5 is 40, 5 7 35 and 4 39. So 75 का 0.5 means half is 78 का half, so that is 39. Okay, upon M2 into 39. So 39 cancel. So M2 equal to, now here decimal point is before same number of digits, so it will be cancelled. This will become reciprocal. So 850 upon 5. So our final answer is 170 molar mass का unit is gram per mole. So this is our answer, 170 gram per mole. Now example 2.7. (18 gram of glucose). So W2, that is the mass of solute, is 18 gram. C6H12O6 is dissolved in 1 kg of water. So mass of solvent is 1000 gram. In a saucepan, at what temperature will water boil? So we have to find out TB. So at what temperature will water boil? At 1.013 bar. So here we will see that we have to find out TB, and pressure is given as 1.013 bar. KB for water is 0.52 Kelvin kilogram per mole. So first of all we have to find out delta TB. Now for delta TB we require M2 also, that is molar mass of solute. Now for glucose it is C6H12O6. Okay, so 6 times 12 plus 12 times 1 plus 6 times 16. So that will come out as 60 gram per mole. Sorry, 180 gram per mole. Okay, so molar mass of glucose is 180 gram per mole. Now we have to find out delta TB. So delta TB is equal to KB into W2 upon M2 into 1000 upon W1. So KB is 0.52, W2 is 18 into 1000 upon molar mass is 180 into weight of solvent in gram is 1000 gram. So 1000 cancel, 18 ones are 18, 18 tens are 180. So delta TB is 0.052 Kelvin. Now we have to find out TB. Okay, now delta TB is equal to TB minus TB naught. So we have to find out TB. So TB is equal to delta TB plus TB naught. Okay, so TB naught will be taken on the left hand side. Now delta TB is 0.052 and TB naught is the boiling point of pure water. So what is the boiling point of pure water? So it is 373.15. That is the boiling point of pure water. So our final answer will be 373.202 Kelvin. So boiling point of solution is 373.202 Kelvin. Now example 2.8. The boiling point of benzene is 353.23 Kelvin. So that is TB naught. Okay, pure benzene. So boiling point of pure benzene is 353.23 Kelvin. When 1.80 gram of non-volatile solute was dissolved in 90 gram of benzene. So weight of solute W2 equal to 1.8 gram and weight of solvent W1 equal to 90 gram. Then the boiling point is raised to 354.11. So that will become TB. So TB equal to 354.1 Kelvin. Calculate the molar mass of solute. So we have to find out M2. KB is equal to, for benzene it is 2.53 Kelvin kilogram per mole. Now delta TB is equal to TB minus TB naught. So that is equal to 354.11 minus 353.23. So that will be equal to 0.88 Kelvin. Now if we make M2 as a subject, so M2 equal to KB into W2 into 1000 upon delta TB into W1. So that will be equal to, now KB is 2.53 into W2 is 1.8 into 1000 upon delta TB is 0.88 into W1 is 90. So our final answer is 58 gram per mole. So that is the molar mass of non-volatile solute. Now next is example 2.9. 45 gram of ethylene glycol. So weight of solute W2 equal to 45 gram is mixed with 600 gram of water. So W1 is equal to 600 gram. Calculate the freezing point depression. That means we have to find out delta TF and freezing point of solution, that is TF. Now we should know molar mass of solute. Now formula of ethylene glycol is C2H6O2. So 2 times 12 plus 6 times 1 plus 2 times for oxygen 16. So that is equal to 24 plus 6 plus 32. So that is equal to 30 plus 32. That is equal to 62 gram per mole. Now we have to find out delta TF. So delta TF is equal to KF into W2 upon M2 into 1000 upon W1. Now KF is 1.86 Kelvin kilogram per mole into W2 is 45 upon M2 is 62 into 1000 upon W1 is 600. So on solving this we will get delta TF as 2.2 Kelvin. That is our first answer. Now we have to find out so TF is equal to delta TF. Now delta TF is equal to TF naught minus TF. Okay, so TF equal to delta TF plus TF naught. Okay, sorry, delta TF is equal to TF naught minus TF. So we have to find out TF. So we'll take TF on the left hand side. So TF equal to TF naught and plus delta TF on the right hand side will become minus delta TF. So that is equal to, now TF naught, that is the freezing temperature of water. So that is 273.15. So that you have to remember. Okay, minus delta TF is 2.2. So our final answer will be 270.95 Kelvin. So this is the freezing temperature of solution. Now example 2.10. 1 gram of a non-electrolyte solute. So mass of solute, that is W2 is equal to 1 gram is dissolved in 50 gram of benzene. So mass of solvent W1 equal to 50 gram. Lowered the freezing point, that is delta TF equal to 0.4 Kelvin. The freezing point depression constant, that is Kf, equal to 5.12 Kelvin kilogram per mole. Find the molar mass of solute. So we have to find out M2. Now when we make M2 as a subject, so we will get Kf into W2 into 1000 upon delta Tf into W1. So Kf is 5.12 into W2 is 1 gram into 1000 upon delta Tf is 0.4 into W1 is 50 gram. So on solving this, our final answer will be 256 gram per mole. So this is the molar mass of solute. Now example 2.11. 200 centimeter cube of an aqueous solution of a protein. So your volume of solution is given. So volume of solution is given as 200 centimeter cube. Now 200 centimeter cube means 200 ml. Now we require volume of solution in liter. So it will be 0.2 liters of a protein contains 1.26 gram of the protein. So weight of solute, so W2 is equal to 1.26 gram. The osmotic pressure of a solution at 300 Kelvin. So temperature is given as 300 Kelvin and osmotic pressure is given as pi equal to 2.57 into 10 raised to minus 3 bar. Calculate the molar mass of the protein. So we have to find out M2. So equation of osmotic pressure is I is equal to W2 RT upon M2V. Now when we have to find out M2, we have to exchange the place of pi and M2. So M2 equal to W2 RT upon pi into V. So W2 is 1.26, R is 0.083 into T is 300 upon pi is 2.57 into 10 raised to minus 3 and volume of solution in liters is to 0.2. So on solving this, our final answer will be 61,022 gram per mole. So this is the molar mass of the protein, 61,022 gram per mole. Now next is in-text question 2.9. Vapor pressure of pure water at 298 Kelvin is 23.8 millimeter of mercury. So vapor pressure of pure water is P1 naught. Okay, so that is equal to 23.8 millimeter of mercury, 50 gram of urea. So that is W2 equal to 50 gram. Now molar mass of urea is, so urea ka formula is NH2CONH2. So when you put the values, the molar mass of urea will come out as 60 gram per mole. Is dissolved in 850 gram of water. So mass of water W1 equal to 850 gram. 850 gram. Calculate the vapor pressure of water for the solution. That means we have to find out P1 and its relative lowering. Now relative lowering means the ratio of P1 naught minus P1 upon P1 naught. That is called relative lowering. So first of all we have to find out P1 and then we have to find out the ratio. So what is the equation of Raoult's law? P1 naught minus P1 upon P1 naught equal to W2 upon M2 into M1 upon W1. So P1 naught is 23.8 millimeter of mercury minus P1 we have to find out upon 23.8 equal to W2, that is weight of solute 50 gram upon molar mass of solute 60 into molar mass of solute 60 into m1, that is the molar mass of water, that is 18 upon mass of water is 850. So 23.8 upon 23.8 is 1. So 1 minus P1 upon 23.8 equal to now the ratio of the RHS side is 0.0176. So P1 upon 23.8 is equal to 1 minus 0.0176. So P1 equal to, now what is the subtraction of 1 minus 0.0176? So that is 0.9824. So 0.9824 and 23.8 will go in multiplication. 23.8 will go in multiplication. So our final answer of P1 will be 23.38. So final answer of P1 is 23.38 millimeter of mercury. Now we have to find out relative lowering. Now in order to find out relative lowering, just we have to put the values of P1 naught. What is P1 naught? 23.8 minus 23.38, that is P1 upon 23.8. Now the subtraction of 23.8 minus 23.38 is 0.42. So 0.42 upon 23.8. So that is equal to 0.0176. So that is the relative lowering. So this is our second answer. Now next is in text question 10. Boiling point of water at 750 millimeter of mercury, that is TB naught. So TB naught equal to 99.63 degree Celsius is given. ठीक है ना? So TB naught is 99.63 degree Celsius. And how much sucrose is to be added? So we have to find out W2 to 500 gram of water. So W1 equal to 500 gram such that it boils at 100 degree Celsius. So boiling point of solution is 100 degree Celsius. Now here delta TB is equal to TB minus TB naught. Okay. So that is equal to 100 minus 99.63. So that will come out as 0.37 degree Celsius. Now difference in degree Celsius and Kelvin is same. So that will be 0.37 Kelvin. Now Kb is given. Okay, molar elevation constant is given. That is 0.52 Kelvin kilogram per mole. Now we have to find out weight of solute. So when we make weight of solute as subject, then we will get Kb into M2 into W1 upon. So if you make W2 as a subject, then we will get delta TB is into M2 into W1 upon 1000 into Kb. So that is equal to, now delta TB is 0.37 into molar mass of solute. Now solute is sugar. Sugar ka molar mass is 180. into mass of solvent in gram 500 upon 1000 into kb, that is 0.52. So when you will solve this, so 0.37 into 180, अच्छा शुगर है, शुगर तो शुगर का 180 नहीं होगा, क्या होगा 342. सुक्रोज का मोलर मास इज 342. तो 342, so 0.37 into 342 into 500 upon 1000 into 0.52. So our final answer of the weight of solute is 121.67 gram. Now next numerical is in-text question 2.11. Calculate the mass of ascorbic acid. So we have to find out W2. To be dissolved in 75 gram of acetic acid. So mass of solvent is 75 gram. To lower its melting point, that is delta TF equal to 1.5 degrees Celsius. So that can be written as 1.5 Kelvin also. Kf equal to 3.9 Kelvin kilogram per mole. We have to find out mass of ascorbic acid and molar mass of ascorbic acid. So formula is C6H8O6. So it will be 6 times 12 plus 8 times 1 plus 6 times 16. So it is equal to 72 plus 8 plus 96. So that is equal to 80 plus 96. So that is equal to 176 gram per mole. So that is the molar mass of ascorbic acid. Now we have to find out mass of ascorbic acid. So making W2 as a subject, we will get delta TF into M2 into W1 upon KF into 1000. So delta TF is 1.5, molar mass of ascorbic acid is 176, weight of solvent is 75 gram upon KF is 3.9 into 1000. So on solving this, we will get the final answer 5.077 gram. So that is the mass of ascorbic acid. Now next numerical is in text question number 12. Calculate the osmotic pressure in Pascal. Okay, so here we have to find out osmotic pressure pi. So pi we have to find out in terms of Pascal exerted by a solution prepared by dissolving 1 gram of polymer. So mass of solute W1 is 1 gram, molar mass of polymer is 1,85,000 in 450 ml of water. So volume of solution is 450 ml. So in liter it will be 0.45 liters at 37 degrees Celsius temperature. So we have to convert it into Kelvin. So in 37 we will add 273. So in Kelvin it will be 310 Kelvin. And R, that is gas constant, is 8.314 liter bar per Kelvin per mole. Sorry, 0.08314 liter bar per Kelvin per mole. Now we have to find it in terms of liter Pascal. So just what we have to do is we have to multiply 0.08314 with 10 raised to 5, okay, because 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 Pascal. So that will be equal to 8.314 into 10 raised to 3 liter Pascal per Kelvin per mole. Now equation of osmotic pressure is pi equal to W2 RT upon M2V. Okay, so this is the weight of solute, so W2 and M2 molar mass of solute. So W2 RT upon M2V. So W2 is 1 gram, R in terms of Pascal, liter Pascal per Kelvin per mole is 8.314 into 10 raised to 3. Temperature in Kelvin is 310 upon molar mass of solute is 1,85,000 into volume of solution in liter is 0.45. So our final answer will be 30.96 Pascal. So that is the osmotic pressure in terms of Pascal. Now next is example 2.12. 2 gram of benzoic acid. So W2 is equal to 2 gram is dissolved in 25 gram of benzene. So W1 equal to 25 gram. 25 gram shows a depression in freezing point, that is delta TF equal to 1.62 Kelvin. Molar depression constant Kf equal to 4.9 Kelvin kilogram per mole. What is the percentage association of acid? Means we have to find out alpha if it forms a dimer in the solution. So first of all we have to find out Vent of factor I. So I is equal to delta TF into M2 into W1 upon 1000 into Kf into W2. So that is equal to 1.62 into molar mass of benzoic acid, that is 122 into W1 is 25 upon 1000 into Kf is 4.9 into W1 is 20, W2 is 2 gram. So when we solve this, we will get I as 0.504. Now we have to find out alpha. Now what is N? So here we will see that in case of benzoic acid, it undergo association. Okay, so value of N will be 2. Means 2 moles of benzoic acid undergo association. Okay, it form dimer. So N equal to 2. So alpha is equal to I minus 1 upon N minus 1. Okay, this is the equation to find out per degree of association, that is alpha. So alpha equal to I minus 1 upon N minus 1. Now I is 0.504 minus 1 upon, now N is 2. So 1 upon N is half, and half means 0.5. So 0.5 minus 1. So that is equal to, now here 1 minus 0.504 is minus 0.495 divided by 0.5 minus 1 is minus 0.5. So numerator and denominator minus will be cancelled. So alpha will be equal to 0.992. Now it is asked percentage association is asked in the question. That means percentage alpha is asked. So in order to find out percentage alpha, we have to multiply 0.992 with 100%. Okay. So when you multiply 0.992 with 100%, So our final answer of percentage association, that is percentage alpha, will be equal to 99.2%. So this is our answer. So our answer is 99.2%. Now next is example 2.13. 0.6 ml of acetic acid. So volume of acetic acid is 0.6 ml, having a density of 1.06 gram per ml. So from this we can find out mass of acetic acid, that is W2. So W2 is equal to density into volume. So density is 1.06, volume of acetic acid is 0.6. So from this mass of acetic acid is 0.636 gram, is dissolved in 1 liter of water. So mass of water is 1000 gram. Now what will be the molar mass of acetic acid? So formula is CH3COOH. So when we put the values, we will get 60 gram per mole. Now depression in freezing point, that is delta TF, is given as 0.0205 degrees Celsius. So that can be written as Kelvin also. Now KF is given as 1.86 Kelvin kilogram per mole. So by using these quantities we can find out Ventov factor I. So I is equal to delta TF into M2 into W1 upon KF into W2 into 1000. So that is equal to 0.0205 into 60 into 1000 upon KF is 1.86 into W2 is weight of the solute 0.636 into 1000. 1000 cancelled. So that is equal to 1.04. That is the value of Ventov factor. Now in order to find out depression, molar depression constant Ka. So for finding out Ka, we should know molarity. Okay. So what will be molarity over here? So molarity equal to, that is concentration. Okay. So molarity equal to weight of solute. So what is the weight of acetic acid? 0.636 upon molar mass of acetic acid is 60 into 1 upon volume of solution in liters. So volume of solution can be taken as volume of water only, okay? Because here solute is very negligible. So volume of solution is 1 liter. So when you solve this, you will get 0.0106 molar. This molarity we have to use as concentration. Okay. Now if we talk about dissociation of acetic acid, so acetic acid being a very weak acid, it undergo partial dissociation to form acetate ion and H plus ion. Now initial concentration of acetic acid will be equal to its molarity. Okay, so that can be taken as C. So at that time concentration of ions is 0. Now at equilibrium, out of total concentration, suppose X amount is used up. Okay, so amount of product form will be X and X. Now Ventov factor I is equal to total number of moles after dissociation, so that is C minus X plus X plus X, so that will be C plus X upon total number of moles before dissociation. Now suppose instead of X, if we write alpha C, okay? So alpha C, so C में alpha C is used up, So formation of product will be alpha C alpha C. So I is equal to number of moles after dissociation, that is C minus alpha C plus alpha C plus alpha. So 1 alpha C will be cancelled, okay, minus plus cancel, so we will remain with C plus alpha C upon number of moles before dissociation, so that is C plus 0 plus 0, so that will be equal to C. Now when we take out C as common, so we will remain with 1 plus alpha upon C, okay. Now 1 C will be cancelled, so we are remaining with 1 plus alpha, and value of Van't Hoff factor I just now we have found as 1.04. So 1 plus alpha is 1.04. So alpha is equal to 1.04 minus 1. So that is equal to 0.04. So we have found alpha, okay. Now we have to find out Ka. Now what is Ka? Ka is equal to concentration of products, so that is CH3 COO minus into concentration of H plus upon concentration of acetic acid. Now we have to take the values of all the three at equilibrium, okay. So acetate ion at equilibrium is alpha C into concentration of H plus is also alpha C upon concentration of acetic acid is C minus alpha C. C minus alpha C. So this will be equal to alpha square C square upon, now here C will be common, so we will get 1 minus alpha. Now 1 C will be cancelled, okay. So we are remaining with alpha square C upon 1 minus alpha. So alpha square is 0.04 the whole square into C is the initial concentration, okay, that is molarity. And what is the molarity which we have found? So it is 0.0106. So we will take 0.0106. 0. So it is 0.0106 upon 1 minus alpha. So that is 1 minus 0.04. On solving this, our final answer of the dissociation constant Ka will be 1.76 into 10 raised to minus 5. This is the second answer of dissociation constant, that is 1.76 into 10 raised to minus 5. Now chapter and exercise question number 2.4 is concentrated nitric acid used in laboratory work is 68% nitric acid by mass in aqueous solution. Now what does this mean? So 68% weight by weight nitric acid solution means 68 gram nitric acid in 100 gram solution. Now density of the solution is given. From that we have to find out molarity. So first of all we will find out the volume of the solution. Volume of solution is equal to mass upon density of the solution. Now mass of the solution is 100 gram upon density of solution is 1.504 gram per ml. So when you divide 100 by 1.504 gram per ml, so you will get 66.5 ml. So that is equal to 66.5 ml. So now we have to find out molarity of the solution, that is equal to mass of solute upon molar mass of solute into 1000 upon volume of solution in ml. So mass of solute is 68 gram. Now molar mass of HNO3 is, now for HNO3 formula is H nitric acid HNO3. So 1 plus 14 plus 3 into 16. Okay, so for HNO3 the molar mass will come out as 63 gram per mole. So here molar mass is 63 into 1000 upon volume of solution in ml. So that we have found as 66.5 ml. So when you solve this, our final answer of the molarity will be 16.23 molar. Now next, exercise 2.5. A solution of glucose in water is labeled as 10% weight by weight. Now what is the meaning of 10% weight by weight? So 10% weight by weight glucose solution means 10 gram glucose in 100 gram solution. So water will be 90. So 10 gram glucose in 90 gram water. Now we have to find out molality. So molality is equal to mass of glucose upon molar mass of glucose into 1000 upon mass of solvent in gram. So here mass of glucose is 10 gram. Mass of glucose is 10 gram upon molar mass of glucose. Now formula of glucose is C6H12O6. Okay, so when you find out the molar mass of glucose, it will come out as 180 into 1000 upon mass of water in gram. So that is 90. So when you will solve this out, the molality of the solution will come out as 0.617 small m. Okay? Now we have to find out mole fraction of each component. So for that we have to find out number of moles of each component. So suppose number of moles of glucose is N1. So N1 equal to W1 upon M1. Okay. So suppose we are finding number of moles of glucose. So Ng is equal to Wg upon Mg. So weight of glucose is 10 gram and molar mass of glucose is 1. So 10 upon 180 is equal to 0.0555 moles, and number of moles of water will be equal to mass of weight of water upon molar mass of water. So mass of water is 90, molar mass of water is 18, so that is equal to 5 moles. So mole fraction of glucose is equal to number of moles of glucose upon number of moles of glucose plus number of moles of water. So that is equal to number of moles of glucose is 0.0555 divided by number of moles of glucose is 0.555 plus number of moles of water is 5. So that will come out as 0.0555 plus 5 up. Okay, so that will come out as 0.01, and mole fraction of water will be 1 minus mole fraction of glucose. So that is equal to 1 minus 0.01. So that will come out as 0.99. So mole fraction of glucose is 0.01 and mole fraction of water is 0.99. Now we have to find out molarity. So density of the solution is given 1.2 gram per ml, and from that we have to find out molarity of the solution. So from density, if we want to find out molarity, then we should know the volume. Now volume of solution will be equal to mass of solution upon density of solution. Now mass of solution is 100 gram and density is given as 1.2. Density is given as 1.2 gram per ml. So 100 upon 1.2. So that will come out as 83.33 ml. Now we have to find out molarity. So molarity is equal to mass of solute upon molar mass of solute into 1000 upon volume of solution in liters. So mass of solute W2, that is the mass of glucose. So what is the mass of glucose? So it is 10%, so 10 gram upon molar mass of glucose is 180 into 1000 upon volume of solution in ml. ओके, अगर 1000 से मल्टीप्लाई किया तो डिनोमिनेटर वॉल्यूम किस में होगा? ml में, एंड दैट इज 83.33. So when you solve this, our final answer will be 0.67 molar. So that is the answer of molarity, 0.67 molar. That's all for today.